If you have this basket of groceries at a Russian store and you want to go to the checkout, could you do it? Could you communicate effectively that you need to check this stuff out? If you have cash or card, if you have the store card. Well, let's actually go to the checkout right now and see if you can understand the conversation that I will have with the cashier. Карта, пятёрочки. Нету, сожалению. Оформить можно? Или
У нас
только...
наличие сейчас.
Так.
783.
Ага. По карте. А можно чек, пожалуйста?
Да, сейчас. Я сам ждал.
Спасибо. До свидания.
Now that we got our groceries, let's talk about exactly what happened in that conversation. I hope you guys could understand some of it, at least a few words here and there, but let's talk about it line by line. First thing I said was Здравствуйте, which means hello. Of course, I have to be formal with the guy because I don't know him. Even though we might have been of the same age, it's still a formal greeting because we are strangers to each other. So, Здравствуйте. He said Здравствуйте, but off camera, so we're not gonna put it here, but he also greeted me, of course. He asked me then, Карта, пятёрочки. Card of пятёрочка. Пятёрочка is a store that we went to. So he didn't say, do you have a card of пятёрочка? He simply said, Карта пятёрочки, card of пятёрочка. This is not rude or mean, it's just simply straight to the point. Then I said, Нету, к сожалению. Нету means I don't have or there is none. But of course, if I'm saying it, means that I don't have it. К сожалению means unfortunately. К сожалению. Then I asked him a question. А оформить можно? Или только... I didn't finish my sentence there. А оформить можно? Can I make it? Can I register it? Оформить means to register or to start it or to put in a request for it. Оформить. Another word for to register or to have a card is завести. Can I start it? Can I have it? Can I put in the request? And then the second part is или только I didn't finish my sentence there. Или только means or only something. I wanted to say or only with a certain amount of a purchase is it given. Different stores have different rules. Sometimes when you buy a lot, they're going to give it to you. And sometimes you can just simply register once. So that's why I wanted to say in that или только sentence, but I couldn't finish it. And then he replied is у нас в наличии сейчас нет. We don't have it in stock right now. У нас нет means we don't have. В наличии means in stock. And сейчас means now. So we don't have it in stock. You can probably make one, but we don't have the cards in stock right now. And then I say, ну тогда ничего страшного. Oh, which is oh, ну тогда, well then, ничего страшного, nothing to worry about, don't worry about it. Then he says, 783, 783 rubles, of course, was my purchase. Then I say, ага, по карте. Ага means alright, kind of like a conversational okay. По карте means with card. He did not ask me a question, cash or card. I simply tell him. Sometimes they don't ask you and then you tell them with card, then kind of put it to the card reader so you can press your card. But these days it's more common to pay with card. That's why they're sometimes not going to even ask you. But sometimes you might experience this. They're going to ask you наличными или по карте. Наличными means with cash. Или по карте means or with card. Okay, наличными или по карте. He didn't ask me that, but simply something that you might hear sometimes. He says, пожалуйста. Пожалуйста, you might know this word as please. But пожалуйста also mean here it goes or here you go. He pointed to the card reader and says, here you go. If you want to pay with card, here you go. Here's the card reader. Just tap your card and then you're going to be good to go. He says, спасибо за покупку. Thank you for the purchase. Спасибо means, of course, thank you. За покупку, for the purchase. I ask him, а можно чек, пожалуйста? And can I have check, please? In this, the very first one, means and and kind of but at the same time. But can I have a check? Can I have a receipt? And can I have a check? Can I have a receipt? Kind of somewhere in the middle between those two. I'm not really opposing anything with saying but. I just simply like, and can I have a check? Can I have a receipt? Можно is can I have or can I? Можно. Можно actually means is it allowed, but it's used a whole bunch with a meaning of can I have? Is it possible for me to? So then I say, можно чек, пожалуйста? Can I have a receipt, please? He says, да, сейчас распечатается. Я сам ждал. Да, yes. Сейчас распечатается means it's printing now. Я сам ждал. I was waiting myself. Сам means myself. Ждал, of course, means I was waiting. So, yes, it's going to print now. I was waiting for the printing process myself to give it to you. That's kind of what his response was. I say спасибо, which is thank you. He says пожалуйста, you're welcome. Me and my wife say до свидания, всего доброго, which means goodbye, have a good day. He says до свидания. Again, the whole conversation was formal. We had to have a formal setting because we are strangers to each other. And also, he is at his workplace. I have to respect him as a professional at his work space. And for you to have a similar conversation with as much ease, I recommend you guys check out our Be Fluent Camp with the first link in the description. It's our 8-week intensive Russian course where all 3 groups, beginners, intermediate, and advanced students, are gonna get the curriculum that they truly need to be taken to the next level and to start slowly getting toward fluency and building up that process. Check out all the details and the start date and the prices with the first link in the description. I'll see you all there. But when you go to a store to buy groceries, checking out is not the only interaction you're gonna have with people who work there. For me to get this basket of groceries, I had to ask for some help. And here's a little clip of that.
Вы скажете, у вас молоко тут нету, где находится молоко?
Обычное?
Да, да. Ага, спасибо.
Now this one was much shorter. Here's line by line what went down. А вы не подскажете? У вас молоко. Тут нету. А где оно находится? Молоко. Okay, long sentence, my first opening line, but it means а вы не подскажете. Could you please help me? Could you please tell me? Подскажете means give me a hint, tell me, help me. But what do we have не подскажете? Не means not. Don't tell me, don't help me out. It's simply a structure that we have in Russian to say, could you help me? Could you help me out? I guess literally it would mean, could you not help me out? But of course we don't imply that. We simply say, could you help me out? Another variation of this is, подскажите, пожалуйста. Подскажите, пожалуйста, tell me please. Then the next part is, у вас молоко. I didn't finish this part of the sentence. I was going into more detail with the next, but this means your milk. Okay, and then I say, тут нету, it's not here. I was pointing at the fridge that was next to us, me and the store associate. There was no milk in that fridge. And then I ask, а где оно находится? And where is it located? Оно means it, and it's neuter gender because молоко is neuter gender. In Russian, all nouns have a gender, believe it or not, and молоко has a neuter gender. That's why we have to say оно for it. And then I say молоко. So just in case they didn't hear what I was asking about, maybe the first opening line they weren't paying attention, then I simply say milk, молоко. So the whole thing means, could you please tell me milk? It's not here. Where is it located? Milk, all right? And then she asked me, обычное. Обычное, regular one. I said, да, да. Yes, yes. I guess she was asking more like the alternative milk, like soy milk or almond milk. They might be in a different section than the regular milk. And then we walk for some time. She points at the fridge toward the end and says, вон в том, в самом последнем. In that one, in the very last one. The word that she's omitting here is холодильнике. Холодильнике means fridge. In that fridge. Вон в том, in that fridge. В самом последнем, in the very last fridge. she's just simply omitting that because, of course, it's just kind of clear from context. I say, ага, спасибо, which means, okay, thank you. This one was much shorter, but just as useful. And so now you know how to ask for help and how to go to the checkout and things like that. But in Russia, not all stores are supermarkets where you go in and you have to get your own groceries. Sometimes there's going to be stores like this, where all the products are behind a glass. You have to ask a cashier to give you exactly what you want. And here's a conversation that I had with them.
Так, а можно, пожалуйста, голень цыплят килограмм? А потом молока 2,5, которое куплено, которое синее. И все.
354, пожалуйста.
По карте. Все, спасибо.
Okay, maybe a bit easier this time around, but here's what was said line by line. I open up with saying, так, а можно, пожалуйста, something? Так means alright, or okay, or so. I guess I was choosing for some time and I needed to grab her attention like this and say так, so she can, look me nice and start listening. А можно, пожалуйста, can I have, please? She says, да. Okay, alright, but she said it like this. Dam, a bit more playful. Dam, okay. She's a very funny lady. I see her every time, so props to her. Very full of energy a lot. Then I say what I want. Голень цыплят килограмм, which means shins of chicken 1 kilo. Of course, shins of chicken means drums. We say just drums in English. She says хорошо. Okay. So whenever you are in those kinds of stores, of course you have to know exactly what you want and the names for it, which can be a little bit more challenging. Maybe if you are in that position ever, you simply look up the words or look up the products that you see so you can say it. Sometimes, of course, they're going to have the actual names for them there, but they're writing cursive. So sometimes you may not understand what they wrote. So yeah, you might need to know the grocery names or the product names before going in. Just like I did in this one, you have to know how to say drums 1 kilo. Okay? Then I say, ага, а потом молока 2,5. Ага means again, alright, а потом and then молока, some milk, 2,5 means 2.5. So 2,и, that E means 2 and 5, which means 2.5. 2.5% of fat. In milk we have 2.5 and 3.2 typically, but I wanted the 2.5, not the fattier one. Then I continue with more details saying которая куплена. Которая куплена, the one that is куплена. Куплена is a brand of a milk. And then I say которая синяя, the one that is blue. Blue package, I guess. And then that was all that I wanted to buy. I say и все. And that's it. She says хорошо, okay, 354, пожалуйста. 354, please. I say again, ага, по карте. I guess I'm saying ага a lot just to kind of give them confirmation. Okay, got it, understood. So we can have a dialogue. I don't like being just plain face, по карте, paying with card, like that. I wanted to kind of be comfortable with them. По карте again means with card. Then I say все, спасибо. That's it. Thank you. She says, пожалуйста, вам спасибо. Пожалуйста means you're welcome. Вам спасибо means thank you to you. A very nice exchange with the store associate, with the cashier there. Learn some of these words, some of the conversational things. Maybe even take away the ага when you kind of like ага, aha, kind of like that, so you can give them kind of back and forth. Because as learners, we sometimes don't learn the conversational bits, the things that we say a lot in the conversation to make it more natural, more comfortable. So that aha thing can be something that you guys can take away and also start using yourself. I guess grocery shopping is not the most fun. After going to that grocery store, we went to a coffee shop and also talked to some cashiers there. Let's see if that's going to be different compared to the grocery shopping.
Можно, пожалуйста, клубничный чай? Можно это айсти сделать?
Можем
холодным.
С собой или здесь у нас?
С собой.
Смотрите, клубничный чай, единственный чай, который мы не можем сделать с собой, он в чайничке идет.
Да, здесь выпьем. Да, здесь. А потом капучино большой. Так, капучино большой сказал. Капучино большой, чай, макарон шоколад ежевика и макарон лаванда черника и английский брауни.
У нас получается здесь.
Да, да, да.
Пожалуйста, номер вашего заказа.
Ага.
1170 рублей поплатить.
Пока.
Вам десерты в одну тарелочку положить или в две разных как-то?
Давайте в одну, наверное.
Хорошо.
Все, да? Мы это сядем на улице. Ага, все, спасибо.
Now, this conversation was the longest, but of course they have to cater to you. They're giving you some service, so they have to ask you more questions about how you want to dine and what you want to eat and things like that. So, here's how it went down. I'm asking, можно, пожалуйста, клубничный чай? Can I please have strawberry tea? Можно это iced tea сделать? Can we make it iced tea? Or can you make it iced tea? They have iced tea in English in the menu, like tea-iced tea. And that's why I'm asking them iced tea in English. Of course, if they had the Russian variation, I would have said it in Russian. But the menu said it in English, and that's why I said it in English too. She responds, да, можем холодным сделать. Yes, we can make it cold. А вам с собой или здесь у нас вы сядете? А вам с собой are you gonna take it to go? Или здесь у нас вы сядете? Or are you gonna sit here? Or like sit here at our place. Okay, у нас means at our place. And I respond с собой, just saying to go twice. Of course, you don't need to say it twice, just one time is going to be enough. I said it twice, it was kind of loud in the coffee shop. So, с собой, like that. She goes on a long sentence, here it is. Смотрите, клубничный чай – это единственный чай, который мы не можем сделать с собой. Он в чайничке идет. Смотрите, look. Клубничный чай, strawberry tea, это единственный чай. It's the only tea, который мы не можем, the one that we cannot сделать с собой, cannot make it to go. Он в чайничке идет, it comes in a kettle. So you cannot pour it in a cup, it comes in a kettle, so you cannot make it to go. It's the only tea that we cannot make it to go. Then I respond saying, ну, тогда здесь выпьем. Well, then, we're gonna drink it here. And then I say, тогда здесь, then here. Again, kind of repeating what I said. Once again, loud, kind of repeating what I said so she can hear me exactly. Sometimes I can say things fast and kind of not enunciate them too well. And I just simply have a habit of repeating what I say, kind of more to the point. Okay? She says, хорошо. Good. Then I go on with my order saying, потом капучино большой. Then a big cappuccino. I say большой, which is masculine adjective, because cappuccino and all the coffee things is masculine, okay? Even though it ends on the o, and typically, depending on rules in Russian, o is neuter gender, but all the coffee products is masculine, okay? Then something distracts me, I say, так, okay, all right. Cappuccino большой сказал. I said big cappuccino. She says, да, you did. Then I, for some reason, repeat it again. Cappuccino большой. Чай, big cappuccino, tea. Макарон, шоколад ежевика, which is macaron, chocolate, and blackberry. И макарон, лаванда, черника, and macaron, lavender, and blueberry. И английский brownie, and English brownie. Okay, all those sweets, all the macarons and things like that. So that's my order all together. And then she says, так, вы у нас, получается, присядете. All right, so it turns out, or is it right that you're gonna sit here? У нас, again, means at our place here. Получается means turns out, or we say we want to confirm something. All right, so получается, it happens, or it turns out that you're gonna sit here, and then присядете means take a seat, sit down. I say да, I confirm, saying yes. Пожалуйста, номер вашего заказа. Here you go, the order number, your order number. I say ага, all right. 1170 рублей. Something else she said there, I didn't hear what she said after that, it was kind of noisy. Which means 1170 rubles. I say again по карте, with card. And then she asks me, вам десерты в одну тарелочку положить или в две разные как-то? Which means, do you want the desserts to be put on the same plate or in two different ones, somehow separate them? So, вам положить, put for you, or should we put it for you, десерты, desserts, в одну тарелочку means on one plate. Или в две разные, or in two different ones, and then she adds как-то. Как-то somehow, or in a certain way, like separate them, put these on one plate, these on the other. So she's just asking if it's one plate or multiple. And then I say, давайте в одну, наверное. Let's put it in one, maybe, probably, I guess. So наверное means I guess, or probably, or maybe. So yeah. She says, хорошо. I say, все, да? That's it, right? She doesn't say a word, but she says, like, all right, yes. And then I say, мы тогда сядем на улице. We're gonna sit outside then. На улице means on the street or outside. They also have the outside tables there. Then she says, да, можете присаживаться. Yes, you can take a seat. And I say, спасибо. Thank you. Whew. Long conversation that I had with her, but she wanted to make sure that we're gonna sit inside or outside, that we cannot order the tea to go because it's a big kettle and things like that. So yeah, long conversation, but it was pretty good. I think there's a lot of useful words that you guys can take away from the 3 conversations that I had with the cashiers. Now you guys won't be afraid talking to people, talking to the ladies at a store. Maybe even in your country you have a Russian store that you can now go to and ask them one of those questions or one of those things that we just said in this video as well. And mostly all cashiers in Russia are ladies. And this video is going to talk about how to properly refer to a woman so you won't be rude. So you can use the proper word right here within this video. Check it out right now.